Enshrouded is an open-world survival sandbox game where you and optionally up to 16 other players can venture into the realm of Embervale, and you must take on an evil corruption that has encroached the land called the Shroud. This game will contain action combat with RPG elements, from swinging swords to using spells. From what we can see in the trailer, we most likely will be able to do damage to the environment as we go, and enemies will have various weaknesses that we must find, as well as attacks that we have to dodge and roll out of, almost like a Souls game, with the voxel-based world design, which means it will be similar to Minecraft blocks, but on a smaller scale. And from what it seems, the blocks are only seen as blocks while in the process of being added or removed from the world. When they're not being touched, they appear as a normal game world object, which is a very neat of showing the detail of the land without it being super blocky like Minecraft. Similar as well, you need to keep in mind to build other buildings and homes, as NPCs can take up residence within your village and provide new workstations and upgrades that help you progress along your journey. The world will contain many biomes to explore, such as forests, mountains, deserts, and they will all contain caves and dungeons. From what we see in the trailer, this seems to be an overworld as well as an underworld, where it is full of pestilence and fungi. The beasts of the land are corrupted and evil, and you must face them to find all of the pieces of the story to puzzle together, or just look for awesome loot. Now then, for now we know that it will be a Steam-only release for early access, but it has the potential to be released on consoles later on during the full release. The starting price seems to be about $20 for early access, with an increase in price when it releases later on, which is typical for most of these types of games. The early access is planning to come out relatively soon within 2023, with an intended full release in 2024. I'm personally very excited about this game. Ever since the disappointment of Dark and Light, I have been craving a new fantasy-based survival game. We got to touch the surface a little bit in Valheim, and while I love Valheim, it's not exactly what I want for a fantasy game. This one seems to be touching most of the points. I do still have questions on how this voxel world will work, if it will be limited or not. Twice in the trailer, we see the player character breaking walls and building a plateau for their village. But if you could build anything anywhere, what would be the purpose of using that grapple hook we also saw in that dungeon? So it may be restricted. Not quite sure, but we'll find out soon enough. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. This is my first video discussing an upcoming game, and I would like to do more of these when new games are announced. So if you liked it, please like the video, and if you are interested in this game, please subscribe, as I will be playing and reviewing it when it comes out. I also review other survival games, both new and old, so also subscribe if you're interested in seeing reviews of other open world survival sandbox games. Florida Gatorman out.